Hi Toy Tractor Times fam. I'm at the 2019 National Farm Toy Show in Dyersville, Iowa, and SpecCast has a great lineup of its current products, new releases, and upcoming models. So we're going to start down here on the 1/16 scale end and then work our way down to some new and exciting 1/64 models on the way. So there's a really cool Firestone Wheels of Time collectible set coming out, and that's the Massey Ferguson 1150 diesel. It's got a V8 engine in it, and it is teamed up with a tandem wing disc and a very nice collectible series box from Firestone. And behind that is a 1/16 Oliver 1850 with front wheel assist, great looking tractor from the 1960s with that four-wheel drive option on the front axle. There's also a 1/16 scale Minneapolis Moline U. SpecCast puts great detail in all the tractors they make in both 1/16 and 64th. There's also another Firestone Wheels of Times collectible, and that is an International 544 Farmall Hydro, and it's got the International Harvester loader with manure forks and the bucket that's removable from those forks, as well as a carrier here in the back with what looks like milk cans. There's also a 1/16 Farmall 350 with a cultivator. You can see the information here and the decaling. 34, 255, 455 cultivator on that. There's also a Farmall 400 with a loader and chains for traction. Really nice piece made, only 1,000 units for the Wisconsin Farm Technology Days in 2019, is this Oliver corn picker. It's mounted on a narrow front 1600, and it's a Oliver 74H. This was all made all the way up into the 70s. Really great looking corn picker. And as we work our way down the table, we'll see that next variation of the 74H coming out from Moline. If you're looking for a grain drill, they've got a case model. Nice classic implement, as well as Minneapolis Moline 4-row corn planter. Really neat piece is a Ford 680 pull-type forge harvester. This was manufactured by Alice Chalmers for Ford. There was an Alice chopper out last year, and now we're getting that Ford 680 with a hay head and a corn head. There's also a Ford tandem disc, as well as a red and white disc, which would serve for International Harvester. Here we have that Minneapolis Moline corn picker. Minneapolis Moline, Cockshut, and Oliver were all part of White Farm Equipment, so all that equipment, whether it was made by one company or another, carried over into the other colors, like this energy yellow Moline picker on the way, and really looking forward to seeing that coming to shelves. We've also got some Farmall Cubs, 70th anniversary of the Cub, one with a cultivator and an earlier style with the blade. When it comes to 1/64th, SpecCast is really leading the way in detail, and they've got some exciting pieces. There's a bunch of new J&M pieces coming out. We've got a fifth wheel seed tender, and we got one in red, one in black. It's the LC 390. You can see it's got the posable auger to fill up corn planters, and maybe, just maybe, we'll be seeing some more corn planters coming out in 1/64 scale. There's also Brent carts back here, and then you've got the big J&M X1112s, and you can get that with a floater tire, tracks, and with the dual wheel configuration. And their duals it's a walking tandem, which is pretty neat under here, and people are really excited about these grain carts. If you watch YouTube a lot, you know that farmhand Mike Less and Zach Johnson, the Minnesota Millennial Farmer, have had Stars and Stripes grain carts, and I think they'd look pretty good in 64th, so we'll have to see what happens with these carts. But SpecCast has done a great job in detailing the carts and adding a lot of detail to make that J&M model. Another new product from SpecCast, they're getting into some Vermeer models. We have the 6 604R baler, and it's really heavy duty die cast. It's a heavy piece, big baler, comes with a round bale, and that's going to look great on a lot of model farms. I'm really impressed with the work that they've put into this, and I think you'll be surprised just how heavy it is and how much die cast is in that baler. They also have another Vermeer product, and that's the D24 X40 Navigator, and we can see it's on tracks. A lot of nice detail in that model. So we get over into the tractors. There's an Oliver 1750 with a loader. There's a G940 with the loader. Also a Ford 9000 wide front with a loader, and you'll notice that the bucket actually comes off and it's got the manure forks, so that's a pretty cool piece. And then they have a Cockshut 1750. Lots of nice AGCO products from SpecCast, and we've got a Massey Ferguson 8730S. That's the new S series that has just come out, and SpecCast is right there with the latest models. And also we've got the big 1050 tractors, the Challenger 1050 and the Fendt 1050, built the real machines in Marktordorf, Germany, and they've really been taking the North American market by storm. These are really big 500 horsepower row crop tractors. I bet we'll see a lot of these on model farms. There's also a New Holland T7 315 with row crop duals coming out. That's their heavy duty T7. Toy Tractor Times is excited to be working with SpecCast again, and C&H Industrial, Case IH. We've got Case 1030 tractors from the 1960s. We've got one with dual wheels and a cab coming out. And then there will be a field-proven model, which has dirt and just dust from field work. And you'll notice the chaser unit, there will be a limited number of these made, has an air breather, tall air breather, and then we have the shorter air breather here on the standard model. If you would like another version, you've got your open station tractor here on the 1030, and then again there is that field-proven model coming with the dust on it. Now, one thing I had some friends of mine and other collectors saying was they wanted to be able to make sure they could hook up implements, and so now the 3-point hitch on this year's model actually moves, so you can get that connector piece out of the way, hook up your implement, or you can have it in the down position. So a nice change coming up on these 1030s, and I really appreciate the detail going in these. You've got the levers on the 1030, as well as you've got the weather stripping and things around the cab and that 3-point hitch. Some more classics. You got a G900 Moline narrow front from SpecCast. You've got an Oliver 1955 with front wheel assist, and some pink Olivers coming up as well, 1955 and a 1755 in pink. What's coming up in the future? March of 2020, get ready for Fendt combines from SpecCast, and I've got a full feature video on duals, singles, and tracks coming out with this, as well as a new header. Lots of detail coming out in the Fendt Ideal combine. And you'll see the auger swings out, and that's going to look great with all these grain carts that SpecCast offers, and running with here with these new Fendt tractors. Also, a 1/16th and 1/64th Oliver 1755 is coming out in 2020 with the White Farm Equipment cab. You can see the cab doors open on the 1/16th model, and you'll also have the opportunity around June of 2020 for a 1/64th 1755. Lots of potential for that cab, as it will fit on the Cockshut tractors, Olivers, and Molines from the 60s and 70s. So thank you for checking out all that's new from SpecCast. Visit your favorite tractor dealers for the original equipment brands to find these, or your favorite farm toy dealer online, or at a toy show. As always, thank you for watching Toy Tractor Times YouTube.